Oh, shit! Oh, no! Screw it. We'll add in another one now. Because I did that. This is going to be a longer stream now. I'll just do... I don't want to do the games where I throw them away. And I don't want to cut it out with one game. So this is now... Guys, this is now going to be Silver 1 to Gold 3 Protoss. And then I'll do Zerg and Terran to Silver 1 next. My bad. I didn't mean to queue for this game at this point in time, but it happened. Oh well. Alright, so we're going to do another League of Protoss then. Sorry. And if you're watching the YouTube video, nothing different happened for you because it's all the same. It's only Twitch that experienced this. Let's go. Stay hydrated, ViBE. You're right. I need to drink some water. I have a water on my desk right now that I haven't actually had any of yet. Okay. Trying to learn Zerg. I'll do Zerg soon. Alright, let's go scout his base. We'll mine his minerals for the probe. Is Protoss better for the not watching your army style of play? Every race is good at it because of the way I'm playing the builds. I'm not doing builds that need to be babysat. I'm doing builds that are literally a move, like Hellion Thor. That's insanely a movie. Roach Hydra. It's pretty a movie. I'm not doing builds that are like precious and will die. Okay, we're getting proxied. So let's go ahead and make a second gateway now. Go make another pylon as well. And the second my my thing is done, we're gonna make a chrono boosted stalker and a shield battery. And another shield battery. And another shield battery. We're getting all in right now. You get chrono the warp gate. But I'm not overreacting. I'm not like freaking out. I'm just playing it solid. Because now we scouted with the probe and we know what he's doing. So now I can start poking him. Oh, he's got a bunker. Okay. Let's actually if he's going to bunker now, let's cancel 2 of these shield batteries. And let's build another base, a natural base, somewhere else. Let's also start a robo. And I'll break him with immortals, I guess. Because if he's gonna proxy me like this, if I just make sentries on the ramp with immortals or something, I'll 100% win. Alright, so I'm gonna make I'm actually gonna build another base over here. Let's take this a little bit tricky, guys. We'll hide a base. Okay, we'll hide a base. Now here's the goal. Here's the plan. We're gonna put a pylon over here, like that. And we're only making 1 sentry again. Just 1 sentry. Just 1. Nothing else. No other sentries. This guy's going mass bunkers. There's a lot of ways you could abuse this. One is you could get a warp prism and you could literally go right to his base and end the game. Number 2 is you could do it defensively and break out of this contain and then go from there. We'll do the defensive way. All we gotta do, let's actually start chrono boosting our immortals. All we gotta do is, let's actually keep making probes too now. What am I doing? Start making probes. We're gonna rotate the probes over here eventually anyways. But we're gonna make immortals. And we're going to break the bunkers with immortals. Here we go. We let some of the dudes come up my base. We're not microing. We'll actually back up to our shield batteries, and then that's enough micro. Yeah, I won't micro it. The Immortal will survive. Immortals are gods.
I am here in the shadows.
Alright, now let's re-heal up my Immortal. When my second Immortal spawns, we'll push down and break bunker. Break the bunkers.
I return to serve.
Let's go. Hey, move it. Oh, we'll back up, because he's got a lot of Marines again.
I am here in the shadows.
Now check this out. If you ever find yourself in a position where your opponent is being a total a-hole and not allowing you to really leave your base, and you're like, oh man, I can't get out. Doing something like this is a great idea, because watch what I can do now. Watch how I can circumvent his little bunker proxy, which we're still taking good trades against, but watch how I can circumvent it. Go over here, click this nexus, go back to my probes, and recall your probes. And now I got 2 fully saturated bases, essentially. Because we overmade probes on the main. Now we can go over here and attack this again. Okay, he's still trying to contain me. Let's just send the Immortals. This is a lot of Marines, guys. Let's actually make a couple more shield batteries, because this guy is legit committed to this all game, it seems like. He doesn't seem like he wants to rotate. Let's also make a couple more sentries, because I might need to force field the ramp. Okay, we're chilling. We're gonna start chrono boosting out Colossus. And we'll take another base. So we're just hanging out, guys. We'll hang out for a little longer. Once Colossus come out, we actually get a lot of power here. Chrono boost some upgrades. And start a third base. With how much Marines this guy's making, trust me, he's not expanding. He's committed. I wouldn't be surprised if you see SCVs coming with this in a second. And he's like, let's do it! SCV power! He's made, like, I was actually expecting to be able to break the bunkers with my Immortals, but he's made non-stop Marines that I can't even break it. We'll just have the Colossus start sieging him. Sound good? Back up for a second. Here's a nice little tip you can do. Put your Colossus not only on the main hotkey, but also put them on their own hotkey. Okay? Put them on 2. Put them on 2. And every time you see the Marines come, you can back up and then attack. You don't have to move your whole army then every time. He's microing, sad face. Well, this guy's containing me. I have to micro a little bit. Because, I can't fucking just, like, walk out of my ramp into, like, 5 bunkers and be like, hey.
Mineral field depleted. Research complete.
So we can do the same thing again. Look at my probes.
Upgrade.
Look at this base. Now we only have 4 out of 12 on this mineral line. And now we have a fully saturated third. Sick. Protoss. Right? Protoss is sick. Now let's have our Colossus on 2 again. Go, go, Colossus. Okay, he's got siege tanks. Alright, so here's the last thing we're going to do. Here's the last thing we're going to do. We're going to make a Temple Archives, we're going to make a second Forge, and we're going to chrono boost our upgrades, and we're going to start making lots of Zealots over here at our other base. Because what we're going to do is we're going to just swarm this guy with with zealots.
I will.
That's what he's doing. That's his production right there.
Mineral field depleted.
I just made 4 Archons. We're gonna make another round of Zealots. Let's make one more hallucinated Phoenix, and let's go see if this guy's even taking a natural at this point. I hope to God he has, for his sake, because this is a long game of not going anything beyond 1 base. Okay. Hi. Are you? Do you have Widow Mines in there? Are you innovation?
Upgrade complete.
Cool. Okay, now let's just attack him. Let's attack him with everything. Let's go, boys. Ready? Let's do this.
Focus.
Let's go. Hey, move.
Upgrade complete.
So this might be a situation where it would be one of those games where you could possibly lose doing the build I'm doing against a Terran player if you didn't deal with this properly, like the whole recall probe shit. But this is one of many Terrans. This is a unique Terran player, I would say. But there's still a way to beat him. As you can see, we just went around him because Protoss has recall. Recall is amazing now at transferring probes because it's on a shorter cooldown. And if we look really quick, once again, let's look at his actual maxed army. Let's look at supplies. So this is when he drops me. This is before I actually fight him. You can see this Terran is... It's the same story as every other game we've played so far. This Terran is once again at a about 70 supply deficit just because. It's just how it is. It's because they don't macro as efficiently. Like, look at the income. Production. No workers in production. Income. He's still down. My income's not the greatest either, but we've had weird hiccups with bases being split around between a proxy. But we're still ahead in workers. Like, he should definitely be making more SCVs than this. He has nothing stopping him from making SCVs. And his upgrades are also 0-0. Our upgrades are 2-1. So our upgrades are very strong. And there you go, boys. And there you go. He does. He's just supply blocked. I didn't see the lights in the command centers going, and they do that even if they're not producing. I don't know, I'm not going to argue, but I'm pretty sure. I don't want to argue with anyone about it. It's not that big of a fucking deal. But I'm pretty sure he was not making SCVs. Because the way it works is you can queue up, you can totally queue up an SCV even if you're supply blocked. It just won't build it. And if you queue it up, the Nexus, the command center, whatever the hell it is, it starts acting as if it is building a worker. Like it looks like it is. But it's really not that big of a deal. I don't give a shit. Good luck, have fun. Oh my god, Rob, fucking hate you. Look at you started in my chat. You dick. Guys, say whatever you want. I don't this detail we're trying to talk about is so minor. Feel free. I don't think I'm gonna spend any more time though talking about it because I don't honestly give a shit about if the command center was building a SCV or not. So it's a Terran again. Okay, double Rax and a Reaper. So what we want to do now, as a response to this is again another aggressive build. If you see some shit like this, make a shield battery, like as soon as possible, in your somewhere in your middle line. You can keep making probes, that's totally fine, but just make a shield battery because you're about to be hit by a lot of Reapers. Like, there's no limit to how much he could make. It depends what kind of a player he is, but there will be Reaper. Straight up.
Here in the shadows.
Go ahead and A-move my Stalker at them. And now we can make a Robo.
I am here in the shadow. I am the voice of the eclipse.
So this game, we're not going to make a sentry really fast. We're going to focus on Stalkers because this, for a little bit of time at least, because this could be a very Reaper heavy build. We're making a pylon here too because he could jump right there. He can't jump anywhere up here because there's like a blockade there, but he could jump here. So now the pylon's going to give me a vision of that.
You require my...
And I'm going to start with one Immortal too, because this Terran's already making me feel like it's more aggressive. And instead of scouting with a sentry, because we don't have one yet, we're making one now. But instead of scouting with a sentry, we're going to instead prioritize scouting with a probe one more time. And we can also start getting our more production now. Tech for the Robo. And we can go up to like 3 gates.
Research complete.
Do another shield battery here just in case it's Reapers again. And do you have an expansion? Okay, he's got concussive shelled bunker, which means there's Marauders in it with concussive shell. And it's in front of a natural. You can assume there's going to be a natural there. You can assume it. So we'll confirm it in a minute here with a sentry hallucination. So I added one more barracks. And now we'll start making a Colossus. We're gonna go confirm it with a hallucinated phoenix. We're going around this way, around the bunker. Now we can take another base, a third base. And we're just kind of trying to see, like he hasn't attacked me yet, so again, we can more and more likely assume he's taken a natural, but we want to just see it. Okay, he has not. So now, what's in the main?
La Farosh. I will comply.
It's not much. There we go. It's Liberators. So we'll send our army around the back of these Liberators like this. And attack them. There's not really much going on here. So for the Terran. We have a shield battery here too, so we'll just let it heal my Stalkers as we fight the Liberator. We honestly could push with our current army, I would say. Let's go ahead and do that right now. This guy's got like nothing. That's because of a scout. We're making a decision based on a scout. He's got nothing, so let's attack it. Because it sounds like a good idea. Because I don't think he'll defend it. I think he'll probably just die. So aggressive games always get a little weird, a little different, but for the most part, we're still going for the same composition. We'll go ahead and add in Forge, Twilight Council right now. And we can kind of like double up on our gateway counts as well. We'll make one more gate. Yeah, we're good on gates now. All of it's looking pretty good now. And he's got a lot of Liberators, it seems like. So let's go ahead and do this. With our Twilight Council, let's go ahead and get Blink. We can also start at 4th base because we're fully saturated. He's got a planetary as a natural. Okay. Cool. So hold on. You know what? Take it back. We're not going Blink. This guy, remember what I said with Zerg? Remember how I'm like, oh yeah, with Zerg, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and get Broodlords against some Super Turtle shit. Super Turtle. This is how you deal with someone who's a Super Turtle as Protoss. We're not going to go Blink. I take it back. We're going to start getting weapon upgrades on air. And we're going to make a little bit more probes to 75. And yes, we're going to go Tempest. Like, what the hell is he going to do against Tempest? He's just going to die. We can make some Zealots just in case he pushes with some random shit. We can make Stalkers again in a minute. Gonna miss the upgrades. Let's go ahead and make a shield or a fleet beacon. Transfer some probes that are mining out. He's still chilling here with he's got 1 SCV mining minerals, guys. His income is probably like 900 minerals a minute, whereas ours is like 3,000 minerals a minute. It's a big difference. Now we can make some Stalkers.
Stay real. I am here in the shadows.
And now we're gonna start saving our chrono boosts for when our Stargates are done, so we can go triple right now. Triple Tempest. And what I meant was when our fleet beacon's done. I said the wrong thing. You guys know what I mean, though. Now we can start another base. We don't have to use it right away, but we can start rotating probes around because our natural's going to start mining out soon. Our main is already starting to mine out, etc., etc. It just keeps it going really hard. Keep it going really well. Triple chrono the Stargates again. We'll go ahead and push with 6 Tempest. 6. Let's make some more Stalkers. So we've chosen to go Tempest this time instead of Archons because of his build, because of what we saw. We saw a planetaried up Terran who's going full turtle. So we're almost there. We're really close to 6 Tempest. It's about to happen. Chrono, chrono, chrono. We actually can't chrono the third one yet. In like 2 seconds we can. Alright, so here's what we're going to do now, okay? We're going to attack, move our whole army like right there. Right here. Just right there. And just let it go there for a second. And now while it's going there, we can go battery, cannon, battery, cannon, 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 battery, cannon. Just to be on the safe side in case this guy goes for like a random Banshee attack. And now with our Tempest, we can go like this. A move. Just click your Tempest and A move towards the natural. That's it. And now we're going to just wait for a second here to see what the hell happens. Now behind this, we can add more to it. We can be like, let's add on another 3 Stargates and another like 4 gates or something. Our probe is under attack. That's, oh look, we made a cannon. It worked out really well. Cool. The Tempests are still going strong. Good job, boys. Yeah, boy. Mineral field depleted. You can add in another battery cannon here. So now we have more production over here as well. And now that we've kind of broken the natural, let's just auto attack the whole army. Let's just auto attack all of it. We just F2'd that shit and went go attack. And then yeah, keep the upgrades rolling. Chronos, probe count 75 still. We're looking great. Now we can do the same thing. F2, A click there, hold shift, A click there. And now look at my supply. Let's focus on that. Remax everything we can. We're maxed. Oh, we're not maxed. Oh, wait, we're maxed. We're focusing on rebuilding over anything else. And now this Terran is broken because we went Tempest. And now he's dead. This guy's supply is going to be so small, just so you guys know. His supply is going to be very, very tiny before we push his base. This is when we start pushing his base. He's at 100, and we're maxed. 188, we're about to be maxed. Like, look what he has as an answer to Tempest. He literally has, like, Liberators, turrets, tanks, and a few Marines. It's not going to do anything. He also has 65... Oh, he actually has more bases. Good for him. I was like, he only has 65 SCVs on 2 bases? I didn't even notice he had a 3rd and a 4th. Good for him, though. Good job for having that, but... We went for a style that breaks Terran, that are greedy. And that's exactly what happened. It breaks. These Tempests are getting super cost-efficient damage done. And as soon as we kind of break the front, now we can move forward and be like, alright, let's just push with our army now. The main thing we killed was the Liberators and the tanks, but the Tempest. We learning strats, boys. We're learning strats. Alright. This is probably the last game of Protoss. Because I think after this one we'll be Gold League, Gold 3. So we got a Terran again on the same map again. It's gonna be the same shit again. We're gonna scout with a probe after the gateway, and kind of register what the hell we think is gonna be a good idea. with our build from there. And we're always walling a little bit of the area here, because if a Reaper comes to my base and goes like this, okay? If a Reaper does this, jumps in here and goes up this way, and up and around, up and around, and up and around. He starts hitting my probes, and he goes down around the back of my mineral line. He's going to be trapped now where the gases are. He cannot physically go down this way. He'd have to go around through the middle of the mineral line, or go back to the unit that is like chasing him into my base. So it's a really good way to set your base up, SimCity-wise, against Terrans, who almost always go Reaper. Like, Reaper's very common. Standard build, so we'll take a standard expansion then. The fact that his barracks is on his ramp is standard.
Your probes are under attack.
Now we're gonna make another pylon. We'll make it over here, next to my natural. Now we can make a stalker and a warp gate, so we can deny the Reaper from doing anything. And we can chrono boost our Nexus again, so we can start saturating our other base, our natural. Now we'll make a sentry. This is standard, so we'll make a sentry second now. On my gate.
I am here in the shadows. I am the heart of darkness.
And now we'll make a robo. Doesn't really matter where I make it. I'm just gonna make it over here because I have a pylon. Make another stalker while chronoing probes out. Now we can start gateway number 2 because we have a good saturation on our natural. I can also make another pylon. Just like, oh no, not yet, not yet. It's too early. My supply is kind of large still. Alright, I'll make it now with this next probe. And now let's make a Robo Bay.
Research complete.
Let's make a hallucination, go towards his base, and scout what's going on. And now we can make a third base. A third base. And then as soon as this robo base done, we start making Colossus. We can start making extra gates, all that stuff. So we see a natural. Cool. Guy's playing pretty standard. Very standard. We see... Oh, it's there's cloak benches though. So now, when we start a forge and a core, or a forge and a council, I mean, we're going to add in a pylon and a cannon to every mineral line. That's just going to happen. And we can start making Colossus now too, like we said before. But cannon battery will be great at dealing with someone who goes for fast banshees like this. Because I already have Stalker and Observer, so if he does it right now, we're still fine. It's just now I don't have to have my stalkers and observers always in a defensive position if he attacks me. From here on out, if I do that. Alright, so I'm gonna get weapons on my ground. We're gonna start chrono boosting upgrades because we don't really need as much probes anymore. We're already pretty much fully saturated. There's a cannon and a battery. Cannon, battery. And finally we'll do the last ones here in just a minute. Take another Colossus. And now that we're kind of getting fully saturated, or we're getting close to fully saturated on our third, let's go ahead and start adding on more gates here in just a moment. And we can also add on a Templar Archives, because this is going to be a standard game now. Going to boost upgrades. There we go. I'll add on the last building in just a moment. There you go, there's the pylon and the battery doing great against the Banshees. I lost 2 probes and he invested in a tech that literally did nothing. And he actually even lost the Banshee. Cool. It's pretty good for us. Now let's add on like 4 more gates. And a Templar Archives. And now from here, also let's take a 4th base, because again we're not fully saturated yet on our overall economy that we want, but we are fully saturated on our current base count. We want 75, we're at 65, and we have a fully saturated 3 bases for what it is already. I'm gonna make 1 more round of Stalkers, and then we'll probably start going into Zealot Archon after this.
I'm here in the shadows.
A good battery here, so we can have a shield battery and a pylon every base. Let's make another observer, or I mean another scout to go see what he's doing. Let's make 2 of them actually. I'll go scout both potential 4th bases. I want to see how quickly he's expanding. That's the big picture here. The big thing we need to know. Get on a few more gates because we're fully saturated now. So now probe costs are now no longer relevant. It's now just maxing at this point. So he's got standard bio, nothing crazy. He's got 3 bases. We're guaranteed ahead. Take another probe, a couple probes go over here. We can saturate another, or build another Nexus over here. And we're good over here. We're good. Let's start making some Archons.
Upgrade complete.
We'll make like 4 more Archons, or 4 more Templar to make Archons out of, and then we'll, yeah, we're getting ready to go attack here in just a second. Because our army is getting very scary. Very strong. Go ahead and build another combination. We'll do a couple cannons this time on this base. Because this is a gold, it's probably going to get attacked more. Our probe's got a lot of work to do. Get it, probe, go do it. Okay, let's go attack him now. We have enough of an army, I would say, to feel very confident to seriously do some serious damage. Seriously serious damage to this guy. We're gonna go here first, shift, go here, here, shift, here, here. So that's the pattern. Outside the wall, kill the wall, you move in. Outside the wall, kill the wall, you move in. Always, always, always do that. Don't ever skip that step, because if you do, your units will be really stupid. They'll be like, if you say go to the main, they'll try to walk like down here and shit. It's really dumb. Units are pretty dumb. You gotta babysit them sometimes. Not as dumb as Brood War, but it's still dumb. Now, just in case we need to, we can go triple Stargate if this game gets to the point to where he's not gonna die. Then we can make Stalkers, Zealots, whatever. Just make units.
I am here in the shadow.
Check out my army. It's doing alright. Army's fucking shit up. Cool, good stuff. If we can't break him after a couple of these attacks, we will resort to going Tempest again. If this guy goes to this turtle mode. But it looks like we're probably going to break him. Maybe not this first attack, but the second attack probably will. That was huge damage. We've reduced him back down to 2 base economy, and we're on 5. So that's a big deal. Let's start looking at our probes again. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Let's saturate some gold minerals over here.
Upgrade complete.
Let's take a fleet beacon. Make a couple more gates. This will put me at 14 gateways. And now this time, I do honestly think he's going to break. I don't think he'll hold this. He's attacking me. Let's just attack near him with everything. We just F2'd that shit. And now what we can do as well to really speed this up, because we have a lot of Nexus, we can go like this. Chrono, 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 chrono. Chrono, 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 chrono. I just spent a lot of my built up energy to hit one more surge of units for a big attack. And now we can like basically max out really fast. There, now let's do it again. So let's go ahead and move forward. We'll hit here first. Shift A, Shift A, A. And now if this one does not kill him, I will now start transitioning into Tempest. And like whatever. Gateway unit still, but I'll start getting Tempest as well. We can start taking another base. Because you can hear mineral fields are being depleted against in other places now.
We embrace the glory of battle.
Our army is owning it up pretty bad. And the supply should be massively in our favor again because of the previous attack crippling him pretty bad. And there you go. He's about like almost like a fourth of our supply because of macro. It's the case every game, guys. Macro, 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 macro. Gold! We hit gold Protoss. Yay!